probably going to be the most random vlog that I ever make, but just hear me out because I just want to ramble about it. So, you guys know that occasionally on the channel I make a reference to how I suffer from anxiety or used to suffer from anxiety, whatever my case is now. And then how it just affects my thoughts processes and decision making and just my feelings overall. Well, this morning I had a situation to where I was leaving home for work kind of late. Like my commute to work is 10 minutes and I left the house 2 minutes away from my shift starting, but where I work at, I have a 10-minute window to make it on time. Well, usually, given the responsible person that I am, I would worry about stuff like this. I would be so anxious, like, oh my God, I'm running late. So I start shaking and trembling and just stumbling on everything. And then, like, my chest and my gut just starts burning. But for some reason, as I drove, I was really relaxed. Despite the fact that I did not let my car warm up, I was like, Marona, I'm sorry, but mommy needs you. You're going to have to start rolling. And I know this is not good for you, it's not healthy for you, but just this once, just help me out. And, anyways, so I look at the time before I leave and I'm like, oh wow, it's 6:43. So my shift started at 6:45. So I'm like, okay, I am really going to totally violate the speed limit. I didn't. It turned out that I had someone in front of me who was going the speed limit. And I said, you know what? I don't need to speed. It's not my style. But at any rate, I kept looking at the time on my dashboard and I'm like, this is it. I think for the first time in 4 years and a half, I'm going to be tardy. But like I said, I remained relaxed. I didn't have any bad feeling or anything. I just said, well, stuff happens. I'll just try to either get up immediately when my alarm goes off or get up a little early. And what happened to me had to be a delay that was caused by extreme cold. Like the stuff that I needed to use was like frozen. Like um it's a drink of mine, and then the lotion was not frozen, but it was really slow dispensing from my bottle. So I had to like give it a minute for it to somehow just come out of the bottle because the kind of cap that I have is kind of like complex to get it off. But anyways, and then the water was also taking a minute to warm up, and there is no way that I'm going to splash cold water over my body and risk hypothermia. So, anyways, at the end of the day, or well, at the end of my morning commute, I ended up clocking in at 6:55, which means that by a few seconds, I still made it within my window of time to not be considered tardy. But for me, what's interesting is that I was so relaxed about it. Normally, something like this would really affect me, really stress me out. Like, oh my God, I'm running late and I'm going to be in trouble and this and that. But I said, I believe in me. I believe in what I do. I just believe in me, period. I don't have to explain that. But I just love the fact that I chose that attitude and then I saw the result. Like, I did not regret anything. I didn't have anything to feel bad about. Like, it just worked out for me. I made it on time. And I also had boots today that aren't really the best for speed walking. So, probably if I would have had better shoes, I would have clocked in at 54. But, anyways, I just wanted to share that because this just proves to me how much I have progressed mentally. Um, like, I just don't let that stuff ruin me. Like, I'm telling you, I'm not kidding when I say that my anxiety was so bad that my stomach would just feel terrible. Like, I probably would have felt sick to my stomach if I would have started to worry. And then worry for what? I ended up making it on time. So maybe if I would have worried, I might have dropped something and that might have counted toward those couple of seconds that I had left in my window before I was considered tardy, you know? So, anyways, I was just so thrilled that my effort did not go wasted, you know? So, anyways, most modern day cars don't need to be warmed up, really. It used to be that way a long time ago. If you give me 2 minutes, maybe you'll be fine. See, I didn't give it any minutes at all. And I know that my car is still pretty young. Like it's still below 20,000 miles and it's about to turn 5 years old on March 30th. So so but still I don't like to abuse it because I can hear how the engine just feels and acts differently because it's so cold still. Like, how can I say this? My acceleration and steering feel kind of heavy, whereas once it warms up, it kind of loosens up a bit. So that's why I say that. But still, I like to, when it's still cold, I don't like to run it at over 2,000 rotations per minute because, like I said, I let the car talk to me. Even though I'm not a car expert, I feel like I know my car well enough to know when I'm doing something that I shouldn't do to it. If you give it 2 minutes, you will be fine. Sorry, not give it 2 minutes. Yeah, I got you. Um, I figured that's what you meant. But yeah, it usually takes. That's the amount of time it actually takes for my car to start moving the little needle-looking thing. Um, that shows the temperature. But anyways, guys, I'm going to conclude this right now because I have some things that I just gotta throw in the refrigerator, and I need to get my life together and go back out to do something for mom that she's waiting on me to do. So yeah, but I'll be back. I'll try to be back in a couple of hours, but if not, definitely before bedtime. So yeah, bye.